AC on bacon right now. Damn.
Yeah,
All right,
no.
where were we? Shit, I forgot what we were talking about.
Nah, we was just talking about the positivity, you know what I mean, in the events. How I was saying, like, before people used to break down your first round versus me, Lux third round
Yeah,
versus Cal, and now, you know what I mean, people would just be quick to be like, yeah, DNA 2-1. But did you hear about such and such who fought who? Did you hear that this girl wants to fuck him? Like, it's like we gotta move past that to where
yeah.
that's in the background, and the actual what's happening in the battle is in the forefront. But I feel like with this event that you're doing, it's like you really you're taking, because right, it's like an international card, like you were saying, like every world you could think of in battle rap, every domain is coming together for this event, so everybody has no choice but to talk about it, because it's easy when as big as URL is, but it's certain people that don't watch URL battles. There's certain people that don't watch GTX battles.
It's a
King of the
big
Dot
culture.
don't fuck.
It's
Yeah,
a,
so now that you got a card where you got everything there, everybody has no choice but to just talk about the whole event because they got something that they want to see on the card.
that's what our shit is. Our
Yeah,
our shit is meant to be that. You know what I mean? Like you come from this cloth, man. Like you
yeah.
being on this card was one of the most important things. That's why you were one of the first people booked and announced. You know what I mean?
No, for sure, for sure.
Because your grind time East Coast run was insane. You were a child prodigy when you came out, bro. You were a kid. Nobody knew how to fuck with you or control you. You were out of
Yo, that's a
yelling,
fact.
yelling
Yo,
at
let me
everybody,
ask
all
you this
extra
question, right?
emotional.
Like was it because certain people here was like asking about like Cortez. Was that ever in the works about getting Core on the card? Being that I know he was like,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah, it was, man. I reached out to him, but I don't know. I think either he's busy or
Yeah,
he want to do it. But
yeah.
because like Core, bro, I look at him as someone else too, who's a lot more, I mean, he's just one of those legends, bro. He's from our cloth, and he has that same effect that a lot of these battles fell under. It just shows you that even some of the best guys, they're not, I mean, they're vulnerable to the shit. Is the politics and just the ecosystem being damaged and no place to go for Cortez. So like Cortez ended up getting played technically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel that way about him. And I've always felt like that back when I've always fucked with Tez, but even when I wasn't fucking with him, I still thought that. Like I never changed on how I felt about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo,
I just always,
for some reason your camera went off.
yeah. It's just the I got a call and shit.
Okay, okay.
But like I've always thought like like he's definitely deserving of a lot more, and like I just feel like this would have been a perfect place for him to do shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. A lot of people here had a crazy matchup. Maybe on the next GTX card it could go down. They said Cortez and Ilmac. That'd have been crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be dope too. Like you know what I mean? Like Cortez at this point, like if he comes into a scenario like this, I think he will immediately gain star power regardless of who he's battling.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's just that's again what I'm trying to say, bro. A lot of these guys are like that too. They're in the right scenario. If they were to go somewhere else and do a battle just out there by themselves, it wouldn't bring them what. But us all we're all empowering each other, bro. All of us being there is empowering each other. The smaller guys on the card, their stock is going up for being around you and on the same card with you. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody's feeding everybody on this card. Everybody's bringing some kind of star power or something to the card that's new, and it's just fucking crazy, man. Like it's almost like a too good to be true card. It's like one of those dream cards, you know what I mean? And BOTBX is a real brand. It's here to stay, and the next one is gonna be fucking twice as ferocious because we're gonna be able to fucking get a bigger budget. You know what I mean? And do what I really wanted to do. This is me working with what we had.
Yeah.
When I do what I really want to do, it's gonna be game over. It's gonna be game over.
Okay.
It's gonna be game over.
Let me ask you this question too, being that what I mean, certain people are saying this, and this is a thing that's going on in the culture now. If you don't want to elaborate, because I know it's like that, you can. Is there any like issues with putting Easy on the card due to the situation with URL?
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna speak on anything regarding legal shit on here.
Of course.
I wouldn't see there. I wouldn't say there's any like situations, but obviously, like I don't know. Like you never know because you never know the full story until you hear about it. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like everything's good.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, like, surprisingly enough, and not URL, uh, surprisingly enough, other people try to interfere with really big matchups that we had going on, and I'm
Wow.
not going to speak on it either. But like, for the amount of shit that also URL gets for like blocking battles, it's just funny to see that behavior developing elsewhere. You know what I mean? It almost vindicates URL to me in a fucking weird way. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
I mean, that's
but
crazy for
like
you to say because
everything,
right now the main thing when you turn on that camera with battle rap right now is like what I mean URL.
URLs
Yeah.
never bothered me.
Yeah.
They've never
Okay.
bothered me. Like I've had like a weird, like, again, I'm not gonna speak on it, but I've had like a weird disagreement with P. But I don't really have a relationship with P, so I don't paint him as the URL thing to me. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Okay.
for me, it's just, look, they got a business model on what they do. I believe we could all coexist without it being like a back and forth thing, or it has to be like that. It's just also, I've never had battlers, like, I've had a lot of URL battlers hit me up, and I'm not also about to book people without telling them. I'm not about to do no weird shit to where like I have to deal with it later and then it comes up online and then we're
Yeah.
in this clusterfuck. I just rather avoid shit like that. So like, there's been amazing names that were offered to be on this card. I had to avoid them. I had to.
Gotcha.
Incredible names, shit that will blow people's fucking minds, like the top dudes in URL. But it's like, if we make a deal, we make a deal. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm willing to work with everybody though. Like, I really don't like the negative shit, bro, and I don't have time for it. I don't know how to explain that anymore. Like, when people even bitch to me about little shit, like, oh, this person's tripping on this, it's like I tune them out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time for this shit. I see them arguing. I see battlers talking shit online about who they're gonna fuck up and who said what, and it just looks crazy to me, and it makes me not even fucking respect them as much. Like, I'm either too old or I'm bipolar and I changed completely and I have a split personality and I'm no longer that other person though. It's like a permanent bipolar thing. Like, I split from the person I was to what the fuck I am now, because I can't stand this shit, DNA. I
Yeah,
can't, bro.
but
I'm
that,
just,
but that's supposed to that's what's supposed to happen. Like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna even go into too much detail, but when me and you had that conversation and you was like, yo, DNA, do you still love, know what I mean, battle rap? And I was telling you no. I mean, that's the reason why. Not because I don't love to do it, but it's just like it's so far removed from
you've
what it
had to deal
actually.
with
Yeah,
politics. You've had to deal with serious politics. It becomes a, look, man, uh, especially like URL, bro. It became like such a fucking huge machine, and there were so many stars. I feel like it was too many sharks at the table and not enough food for everybody, and it just became way bigger than it was supposed to be at the speed it did. And I feel like maybe that's what a lot of the shit that you're feeling, like you're not getting the right shit, because like so much is going on that nobody's really getting treated right, because it's like, it's so much going on. You got so many stars and
yeah,
people that have been buffed up to get certain amount of money too. Like, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, a lot of battlers ask for return profits that don't exist. So because of that, like, you have an influx of battlers that have gotten a certain amount and they got used to it and now they're asking for it. But shit is different every event.
yeah,
Like, having you headline an event with small battlers on it, like, is different than you being part of a card with 1,000,000 stars on it. Because if you're a headliner to an event and you're the only guy bringing in tickets, then you should be asking for a lot of money. You know what I mean? You should be asking for, and you shouldn't be doing it up front. Battlers always want the upfront bag, and that's not what it's about. You should be asking for percentages and ownership. You know what I mean? But everybody wants. So what's happened is they've had an influx of people that are just looking for huge fucking bags, and it's like, bro, everybody's probably not getting what they want, because you can't. How the fuck you gonna supply everybody what they want, bro? It's just mathematically.
yeah,
And battle rap is all fucked up like that. The whole market's fucked up. It's inflated. People, there should be a system that even shows who the ticket sellers are, and like, so people know. So you're not. You know how many times you funded undercards just because you're funding an undercard? You get on a fucking card, and if you're selling most of the tickets, bro, but they're paying 10 other battlers to be on there and they're not selling tickets, that means you're an investor on that card.
mm.
Do you
Yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Does that make
Clearly,
sense to you?
clearly, a million percent.
Like,
But
you're the one paying for that, for their budget through that. Like, it's different, like, when it's just you headlining or when it's multiple stars on the cards, and it becomes a good investment for you to become on the card because it's good for your brand. Because anytime Mad starts, like, Summer Madness is the biggest brand in battle rap, and it still is. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But it's like, bro, you need to create that. Like, you know what I mean? And like a lot of these guys don't want to work to have that power. They just want it. And it's like, that's what you're dealing with, politics of that. And just motherfuckers that are just like, oh, I'm not going to get it here. I'm going to go over there. And then they're fucking up some shit over there and creating drama. And it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's trying to eat off the shit. It's not limited like people think. There's enough for everybody to go around. In fact, we haven't even fucking gone to the heights of our shit. Neither has URL, neither has GTX, neither has King of the Dot, RBE, fucking Don't Flop, all of them. I mean, not Don't Flop, Premier League. You know what I mean? We're still in our infant stages, believe it or not. That's how businesses work. They don't just blow up overnight. We're all still in our infant stages. We're all going to see way more fucking success, but people got to just keep it together and always remember that it's art form first. We can't fuck up the battles. As long as the battles don't get fucked up, all the side shit don't matter, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure, for sure. Before I let you go, though, right? Because I feel like one of the ill things with battle rappers is, you know what I mean, our creative minds. And, like, you putting the card together, I feel like is ill because we get to see your standpoint of matchmaking. So I'm gonna just give you three battles on the card, and you tell me like what made you, you know what I mean, put it together. We'll start with Hollow and Thesaurus. Aside from the fact that they both grind time legends, you know what I mean, what made you say like they gotta see each other on this?
All right, so multiple factors. One, let's start with Thesaurus.
Okay.
Thesaurus' factor, another guy that has been absolutely fucking shadow banned by politics in battle rap. You know what I mean? One of our absolute Mount Rushmores and one of the most fucking acclaimed battle rappers of all time.
Absolutely.
Period. Who gives a fuck how time moves? People forget. They don't know, but we've been here, so we'll go ahead and remind you. So, like, there's that, and the fact that he's at his best right now, but still hasn't had a home. He's been going everywhere. He travels all over the place. He battles people for the love. He puts people on. He's never bitching, complaining, putting his head down and working and working and working. And I just seen it from an aspect of like, bro, if you're gonna be like a curator in this art form, you gotta have like a fucking father mentality too. And you gotta look at it like, bro, you're seeing these kids work so hard, you have to award them type of shit. You know what I mean? And not to talk about Thesaurus in that matter, because that's like my OG. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
I have that thing like where it's like this man needs to be rewarded for what he's doing. And I just felt like Hollow would be it's the most perfect fucking battle for him. Like, you're gonna see a side of Thesaurus that motherfuckers haven't seen in a long time. He's gonna shine, bro. It's gonna be his fucking moment. And Hollow is just the guy to bring it out of him. And for Hollow to be the guy to do it, he's a Battle of the Bay veteran. Everybody loves him there. I need Hollow. Like, I've been trying to work on Hollow for a minute. Like, I've been talking to him about this shit for like over a year. Like, I don't believe Hollow's at his maximum potential, because I believe when he does the street battles or whatever, he dumbs his shit down. And I believe that he's like fitting his shit. Like, even though people don't think he is because he comes from that, he's just so much more versatile. He could do so much more shit. You know what I mean? That he's not experimenting anymore because he's always in the same environment. So I've always known that once Hollow gets back into this place, he's going to be ridiculous, bro. He's already excited in a way that I've never seen before. And for Hollow to be excited when his slogan is not excited, you know I've done something. You know something good has happened. And he's the only person legendary enough to bring that out at the source and make it the fucking thing it's supposed to. It's the most perfect matchup. So.
No, that's fire. That's fire. What about me? Well, you know what I mean? I know me from being in grind time, but me and Clips versus Dumbfounded and Satire.
So you and Clips versus Dumbfounded and Satire, you guys were both part of a double-setted option for Dumbfounded and Satire. It was going to be either you guys or Shuffle T and Marlowe from England.
Okay.
And it always made sense more that it would be you guys for multiple reasons, and the fact that they wanted to battle you guys. But even more than that is that, you know, if we weren't going to do that, I was going to have to get you on a solo battle, you know what I mean? And then Clips wouldn't have been part of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Clips being there together as the 2-on-2 team and part of, you know, being part of the guys that like you being part of the guy that was around for the 2-on-2 era and like where it developed, and Clips not being part of it, but having the humor and fucking wit to be able to fit in with us like he's one of us, is the reason why this is all a perfect fucking matchup. You know what I mean? And, you know, I believe too, also, I feel like I'm also putting you in a position where I'm I'm allowing you to do new shit because I feel like you've also been battling the same type of opponent.
Yeah,
So I feel like you're a lot funnier than people think you are. In person, you're fucking
for
hilarious.
sure, for
So
sure,
I
for
just
sure.
I just feel like if you you're funny as fuck, bro. You got charisma, you know, maybe you naturally, you know, can get people laughing. So I feel like if you incorporated that more in your battles and you were more of that guy, I feel like you're gonna experience a different side and fucking just a different edge to your content, and it's gonna put you in a place where you're also just like Hollow, just back to experimenting, doing your shit, doing different stuff, and just entertaining the crowd in multiple different dimensions rather than the same formulaic attack that's not because it's from you, but it's because it's what it's expected and what's digestible from the crowd now. And anything outside of that is deemed as offbeat or they don't fuck with it. You know what I mean? If it's not
Mm.
packaged a certain way. And
Not
you ain't got to package shit. You don't got
yeah.
to package nothing at this event. And then you can rap the way you rap.
And the last one, I'm gonna switch gears because this battle already happened. So I definitely got to know what made you
Oh,
put
QP and
SoulCon.
Soul Call.
Yeah, what made you do that one again?
Okay, so like originally, bro, they were one of the first big matchups that I thought of because man, it's sad to say this, but we originally had we were getting the Oakland Metro, the same exact fucking room that we battled in, all of us. You know what I mean?
Oh,
The
crazy.
same exact fucking spot from fucking 15 years ago. We were gonna get it back. And like for me, I imagined the rerun of the entire environment where SoulCon's standing there and it's Fox, Conceited,
Yeah,
fucking QP, fucking all the SONS, Heartless, like all of them there, you know? So I wanted to just remake that. I started imagining in my brain, like, because this event to me was like, I was trying to make it as much possible, like, we're going in a time machine. It has to be like this. It has to feel like this is the most I can make it feel like this. I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? So that was one of the reasons I wanted that battle again in that same room. But we got a room that's exactly fucking like super fucking similar and really close by. So we're still capturing the energy, you know what I mean? But yeah, besides that, so anyways, this is a battle that again, so when I started the gears started working, it's multiple things that start making sense for me to book a battle. And like one of the things was Solcon being off his bearing right now. Like
mm-hmm.
he's offbeat right now.
Yeah, for
SoulCon.
sure.
Like so like I realized what it's gonna take to put him right back on track. It was kind of like this is the only way I'm booking SoulCon.
Yeah,
Like putting SoulCon against anybody else would completely be pointless. This was allowing SoulCon to re-find himself. This is the closest we're gonna get to getting the old SoulCon and possibly keeping him for a while. You know what I'm saying? So like it's also revenge for QP because
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
QP gets to have his this is his lick back. You know what I mean? So every part of this is fucking crazy. This is like almost like, okay, we seen you guys 14 years ago. Where are they at now?
Yeah. Now we definitely like. I mean, I knew you because I know you're very technical and strategic, so that's why I'm able to ask you that. I know some people like just throw matchups together, but I'm like, yo, I know people think the card is crazy, but after putting this clip out like on YouTube and they get to hear your thought process of like how certain battles is created, it makes it that much more exciting.
I'll give you like one or two more. Like there's Caustic versus Coleslaw, so nobody knows who Coleslaw is.
Yeah,
It's this white girl from Canada. You know what I mean? She's this elegant little white girl. You know what I mean? And she comes from a spoken word world. You know what I mean? She's not supposed to fit in with us. I
yeah,
watched her battle in Vancouver, and the way she fit in with this fucking crowd and made everyone like her fucking blew my mind away. She's like a super activist feminist. She's like the most feminist activist, environmentalist, climate change warrior you'll ever see. And she's like a typical version of that. So I looked at that as a product. I was like, man, this is like, she has something. Like, I need to, and then it popped in my head, Caustic is the perfect opponent for her because she naturally hates Caustic but doesn't know him.
yeah,
And like for Caustic to get back to his shit, he's another guy that I've looked at, like he kind of started giving us more of this more fucking PC version of him and just taking it easy and trying to blend in. I just don't feel like that was ever Caustic's fucking what we loved about him. What we loved about him was him versus Jefferson Price, Q Shinobi, these embarrassing battles where he
Yeah.
goes in and he's fucking ruthless. He doesn't care about the person, where the person really is an underdog against him and they have to fight for their life. And that's kind of the position I'm putting Coleslaw in, but I do believe that she's fucking good enough to like turn the crowd on him. He needs to watch out. He needs to watch out for going too hard, because if he goes too hard, she's going to be able to gain some type of sympathy and the tables will turn. And I see that as a possibility. But I also see Caustic is losing his fucking mind completely and us getting one of the best versions of him ever. Like, if I'm ever going to get him to surpass Q Shinobi and fucking Jefferson Price, it's this battle. So motherfuckers better watch it, because it's Caustic in fucking the most raw, just scumbag form that he's ever going to be in.
Yeah. No, that's fire.
ATM O Solo.
Yeah, ATM and O Solo.
Like, think about that battle. Like, it's just two guys that are absolutely anomalies, bro. They are fucking ridiculous, and they're really good riders. Both of them are they're like, it's crazy. They're like Tiger Ty. They're both like Tiger Ty.
Tiger Ty back, that would have been insane.
I was trying to find him. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to find him. Nobody knows how to find him. But if we do find him, he'll be on the next one.
Yeah.
They're like two pair of Tiger Ties, a white and a black one, right? Yeah. And they're like, the difference is between a Tiger Tie and these motherfuckers is they got a pen. Both of them. Mm-hmm. Both of them can write like a motherfucker. They got bars. These guys are not just, they're not there to just entertain you and make you laugh, bro. They're fucking good enough to make this a crazy ass battle. So that's another one where I feel like that matchup is crazy. And then Frank Stacks versus Ryan Villafora. We're bringing Frank Stacks to battle a dude that's looked up to him his whole life and thinks he's Frank Stacks also. Like,
crazy.
It's perfect. It's like a mirror match, or it's like me when I battled Jonai.
Yo, that's crazy. But nah, I'm not gonna lie, yo. After this breakdown, I'm gonna chop this up, put this on YouTube. This is gonna be crazy because you confirmed a lot, gave people a lot of answers they need. I'm about to bring Ace Amin on here before I get out of here. But yo,
can we go on together real quick? Can he come on, or is it one at a time?
Nah, he can pull up. He can pull up while you're here.
Pull the homie up, man. That's my dog, man. I'm gonna say what up to him before I get up out of here.
All right, bet. But nah, I feel like, yo, man, like I feel like once that, like, your battle, just because you kept putting the question mark and everything else was lined up, everybody was going crazy. But once you added your battle, like, that just sealed the deal. Like, I feel like it's like, if you was around in that time, it's definitely a battle of the Bay card. It was all the way, but like after that announcement, like, it's over the top. Like, I remember like seeing those announcements when it was like Hollow versus Awkwards and Awkwards versus Rex, and you who'd you battle in place of Jin? Because that was the same day as Hollow and Awkwards, that New Year's event.
Oh no, bro, that's what's so crazy. I battled a dude named Vision that same day, like a smaller battler from like the smaller leagues, and we fucking killed that shit, bro. Like that's another thing, man. You don't always need a big name, man. Like these battlers, I try to tell a lot of them, man, you don't always got to be. Everybody asks for Danny Myers and Arsenal. It's like, listen, calm down. Y'all don't got to battle them to make your name. You got to battle somebody that you feel like you can make a classic with, bro. Me and Vision made a classic. I damn near freestyled 3 rounds on the spot, and they were flawless.
Nah, I remember. That's why I remember that. I remember there was a New Year's event, and I remember you supposed to battle Jin, and then that was like some of the stuff you freestyled.
Right, like, because Jin was going to come until like 3 or 4 days till the event. So when we found that out, it became a serious deal. Damn, me and Jin never happening was a serious moment in battle rap that never happened.
I know. Mad
it's
people
crazy.
Was like, yo, why did that not happen?
The amount of fucking, like, man, the amount of buzz we created from that, the videos I was putting out, it went on World Star, like me calling him out, fucking ripping through his family. I can't believe I even did that, bro. I apologized to him so many times after that. I was like, damn, I was really an asshole, man. Like, I'm sorry, Jin. Jin is a fucking great human being.
Yeah, nah, seeing Jin at the past state event was crazy.
Oh, he's incredible. But yeah. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. If you got any other questions, I'm down to answer them before I get up out of here.
Nah, for sure. Every couple people in there was like real sick contacted for the card, Awkwards. I mean,
all right, so so like Real Sick was contacted for the card.
Okay.
And also, URL was willing to let him come through and battle. Yeah, it just didn't happen, but next time.
Yeah, nah, real sick, real sick. Like when we was in that.
I wanted him on this card, bro. I wanted him on this card, bro. He would have fit so perfect. But the thing is, like, there's only so much we could do. Even Ace Amin, I wanted him on this card. Like, there's so many dudes that would fit perfect on the shit that are from the newer school that, like, I just gotta make room for him the second one, because this is, look, man, we have 30 battles this weekend and we don't even have space. You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. And people are mad. DNA, people are mad at me, all types of shit, bro. Motherfuckers hate me right now that didn't get on the card. It's like, bro, they don't understand. Like, I wanted everybody on. If I could, I'd do like an event where it's like 100 battles in a day and it'd be like a marathon, but I can't do that. So, like, I gotta just work with what I could and what the budget is and what it is and like what people are down. And to be real with you, it's all the hungriest people. The hungriest battlers are the ones that took up all these spots, bro. These guys, man, they understand what it is, bro. And I really appreciate a lot of people that were part of this, man. It's been fucking absolutely. I definitely give a lot of credit to the battlers too. I'm not taking all the credit. Like, I'm the one who put all this shit together. It wouldn't have been possible without, most of these battlers understand.